Hello, myself Bharat Pimple. Now we are discussion on redemption of preference shares. लास्ट लेक्चर में हमने इशू ऑफ शेयर्स के बारे में जानकारी ली। इसमें इंट्रोडक्शन एंड डेफिनेशन ऑफ इशू ऑफ शेयर्स, शेयर्स कैपिटल ऑफ कंपनी, इसमें शेयर्स क्या होता है, स्टॉक, टाइप्स ऑफ शेयर्स, इसमें प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स, इक्विटी शेयर्स, देन नॉमिनल ऑल और ऑथोराइज कैपिटल, इशू ऑफ कैपिटल, सब्सक्राइब कैपिटल, कॉल ऑफ कैपिटल, पेड अप कैपिटल, अनकॉल कैपिटल, रिजर्व कैपिटल, इसके बारे में हमने डिस्कस की। देन प्रोसीजर ऑफ इशू ऑफ शेयर्स, इसमें सबसे पहले इशू ऑफ प्रॉस्पेक्ट, एप्लीकेशन ऑफ शेयर्स, अलॉटमेंट ऑफ शेयर्स, ये प्रोसीजर शेयर्स इशू करने की होती है, ये हमने जानकारी ली। देन कॉल्स इन एरियर्स, कॉल्स इन एडवांस। देन फॉरफीचर ऑफ शेयर्स विच वेयर इशू एट पार, फॉरफीचर ऑफ शेयर्स विच वेयर इशूड एट प्रीमियम। देन रेशियो ऑफ फॉरफीचर शेयर्स, issue of shares for consideration other than cash. Now we are going discussion on redemption of shares. Redemption of shares टोटली 7 पार्ट में हमने डिवाइडेशन कर रखा है। इसमें फर्स्टली इंट्रोडक्शन एंड डेफिनेशन ऑफ redemption shares, सेकंड classification of shares, third redeemable preference shares, next legal provision, then method of redemption, then redemption out of profit, accounting entries, and last redemption out of fresh issue of shares. We are discussion point number 1, introduction and definition. A preference shares is a shares which carried a preferential right, यानी कि प्रथम अधिकार होता है प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स को किसके बारे में, रिगार्डिंग फिक्स डिविडेंड एंड रिगार्ड रीपेमेंट ऑफ कैपिटल इन वाइंडिंग अप। जिस टाइम कंपनी वाइंडिंग अप होती है उस टाइम प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स होल्डर को उनका कैपिटल इक्विटी शेयर्स के पहले रीपेमेंट किया जाता है। सेकंड, क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स. The preference shares are classified into 3 categories. First, redeemable preference shares and irredeemable preference shares. Second, cumulative preference shares and non-cumulative preference shares. Third, participating preference shares and non-participating preference shares. ये 3 टाइप्स के प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स होते हैं। फर्स्टली, redeemable preference shares. Redeemable preference shares are such shares of which the amount is returned to the shareholder. When a company issue preference shares and undertake to redeem after a specified period, such shares are called redeemable preference shares. Then redeemable preference shares are repayable after the expiry of stipulated period. Redeemable preference shares is repayable at the option of company either at par or at premium. Fourth is legal provision. The Indian Company Act make the following provision regarding the redemption of preference shares. Number 1. No such shares shall be redeemed unless they are fully paid. Partly paid shares are not allowed to be the redeemed. Second, no such shares shall be redeemed except out of profit of the company which would otherwise be available for dividend. Second, out of the proceed of the fresh issue of shares made for purpose of redemption. Third, in case of shares to be redeemed out of profit, a sum equal to the nominal value of such shares should be transferred to be separate reserve called the capital redemption reserve accounting. Fourth, premium payable on redemption should be provided out of available balance of share premium account or profit or loss account. Last, the capital redemption reserve fund may be applied by the company in paying unissued shares of the company to be issued to the member of the company as fully paid bonus shares. Point number 5, method of redemption. Two methods of redemption. First is redemption out of profit and second is redemption out of fresh issue of shares. First is redemption out of profit. All types of profit can't be used for redemption of preference shares. The profit which would be otherwise available for dividend or revenue profit. Capital profit can't be used for the redemption of preference shares. A sum equal nominal value of the shares redeemed must be transferred to capital redemption reserve account. Profit which are available for redemption or revenue profit include the point. Next point. Point number 1, profit and loss account, credit balance, general reserve, reserve fund, sinking fund, dividend equalization fund, insurance fund, and workman compensation fund. Profit not available for redemption or capital profit including in this point. Point number 1, share premium account, share forfeited account, profit prior on incorporation account, capital reserve, development rebate reserve. The redemption of carried out by using company bank balance, but in case company is not having sufficient balance, it can be raised the can by selling investment or other current asset. Company can also raise the fund by sinking bank overdraft. The general entry of the redemption of preference shares. First head of entries, transfer of profit to capital redemption reserve. Profit and loss account or reserve account debit to capital redemption accounting. When providing for premium on redemption, that time entries profit and loss account or share premium account debit to premium on redemption accounting. When amount due on redemption, that time entry redeemable preference shares capital account debit premium on redemption account debit to redeemable preference shares holder. When for sales of investment, the investment sales at book value, that time entries bank account debit to investment accounting. When sales of investment at profit, bank account debit to investment accounting to profit and loss accounting. When sales of investment on loss, that time entry bank account debit profit and loss account debit to investment accounting. When amount paid on redemption, redeemable preference shares account debit to bank account.